Let's raise some of the big questions then tonight as those images play out. Is opposition unity an illusion or is it a reality? Is this an anti-BJP alliance which is being forged or an anti-Modi alliance? Can the opposition win without naming a prime ministerial candidate? Can the anti-Modi front really give a stable government to the country? Will the regional parties agree to a regional leadership role for the Congress and Rahul Gandhi? Just some of the questions that are whistling in the wind. We'll have lots of graphics coming up. But Sambit Patra, the evergreen spokesperson of the BJP with us, Pawan Kheda, spokesperson Congress, Pinaki Mishra of the Biju Janata Dal, one of the few parties that wants to stay away, it appears, from both the Congress and the BJP. Juhi Singh, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. We hope to be also joined by Monojit Mandal of the Trinamool Congress, a supporter of that party. But I want to come to you, Pawan Kheda, first, because the Congress, it appears, is the one that has most at stake in forging this coalition. And I want to ask you a straight question. Is it simply the fear of Narendra Modi that has brought you to where you were today? Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi sharing a stage with the likes of Arvind Kejriwal, Chandrababu Naidu, TRS. Is it simply the fear of Modi?
I remember the 1989 election, Rajdeep, when Vishwanath Pratap Singh cobbled an alliance with Bharatiya Janata Party, and there were rallies where they did not hold, they were joint rallies, and there were two separate stages constructed. Vishwanath Pratap Singh on one stage and Bharatiya Janata Party on another stage. But they had a larger goal. Whatever the goal was, right, wrong, I'm not getting judgmental about that. I also remember the 1980 alliance, when the left and the right both joined hands for Mr. Morarji Desai. Again, there was a bundle of contradictions, but they had a so-called larger goal, and they succeeded, howsoever temporarily they did, but they did succeed. So I think when the goal is larger,
what is the larger goal?
Don't matter. Small contradictions don't matter.
No, Mr. Kheda, what is the larger goal? In 77, it was to drive out Indira Gandhi over emergency. 89 was corruption. What is the larger goal, please tell me today, of these disparate forces coming together?
There are multiple goals here. Goal number 1 is unemployment. Goal number 2 is price rise, petrol. Goal number 3 is Dalit. Goal number 4 is Kisan. Goal number 5 is women, safety of women. Goal number 6 is corruption. Rafale, where is the price of Rafale?
No mention of Mr. Modi.
And there are much more corrupt
Come on,
deeds
Mr.
coming
Kheda,
out now.
the real goal is how do we get rid of Mr. Modi? Why not be honest?
Modi represents all these 5 or 6 goals.
Modi represents...
No, sir, sorry.
Yes.
Modi just represents these 5-6 goals that I just mentioned, just as Indiraji to them represented emergency, just as Congress in 1989 represented so-called corruption.
Okay.
There are always issues. Individuals don't matter.
Okay, individuals...
For them, Modi must be great. He must be God himself. For the country, he is not. For the country, he is any other politician who can be defeated.
Okay, we'll come back to that in a moment, and I think you're telling me half the story, not the entire story. I want to go to Sambit Patra at the moment, because Sambit Patra, while I see those pictures, let me throw some graphics at you. If you add the votes, particularly in Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, some of the crucial states, this coalition, if it comes together, can actually have more numbers than you. Does that worry you that in states like Uttar Pradesh, where you won 73 seats, in Karnataka, where you won 17 of 28, in Maharashtra, where you won 42 of 48, in all these states, if these opposition comes together, the arithmetic is with them. Do you worry about that? Should this photo op now give Mr. Modi a sleepless night at least?
See, Rajdeep, as far as these political parties are concerned, almost all the political parties, those who are present on the dais today in Bengaluru, excepting one, I believe, that Mr. Naidu from the TDP, excepting that party, all the political parties have fought against the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they would be fighting against the Bharatiya Janata Party in the future as well. That is not a matter of worry. But let me answer what my good friend from the Congress party was saying about the goal. They are saying that the goal was corruption, the goal is employment, the goal is secularism, the goal is democracy, saving democracy, etc., etc. The goal is existential crisis of the Congress party and the other political parties. Because I mean, as far as corruption, as far as the allegation of unemployment, as far as democracy and constitution being under threat is concerned, they have been shouting from the rooftop right from 2014 that democracy is under threat. But till the 12th of May 2018, the Congress party was fighting against the JDS in Bengaluru, in Karnataka, in all the places across the state. They were fighting against the JDS. Till the counting date on 15th, they were fighting against the JDS. Suddenly when the results were out, only then they came to know that, my God, we have these 5 goals. The goals of unemployment, the goals of corruption, the goals of democracy, the goals of secularism. This shows that the goals are not important. It is the existential crisis which the Congress party and the other political parties are going through because of their non-performance is the reason that they want to come together.
So you have absolutely, so you seem absolutely comforted by the fact that this wide range of... No, I'll let you respond, Mr. Khera, just a minute. Are you telling me, Mr. Patra, it doesn't worry you at all that this wide array of parties, including crucially Mayawati, is willing to now share a stage with Akhilesh Yadav? Arvind Kejriwal and Rahul Gandhi are sharing a stage. None of this worries you at all. You believe that Mr. Modi is quite simply unassailable, invincible, is it?
No, of course, I'll share certain thing what's happened today on the dais over there in Bengaluru, because we also keep in touch with the workers on the ground. And we came to know that KCR did not want to be seen with Rahul Gandhi, and that's the reason as to why KCR visited Bengaluru, met Mr. Kumaraswamy, but flew off before Rahul Gandhi drops in Karnataka. There were a number of leaders who did not want it to be seated with Rahul Gandhi, and the whole lot of permutation and combination was drawn in before the sitting arrangements were drawn. So if this is the situation on the dais, just imagine what would be happening off the dais. Secondly, having said this, Mamata Banerjee had declared along with KCR that they don't want Mr. Rahul Gandhi to be present in the platter that they are constituting in the name of coalition. And remember, as far as these political parties are concerned, it is desperation which is hitting them to the ground. And remember, Rajdeep, desperation never gives you victory. It is always performance which gives you victory. People of this country are extremely intelligent. If the Congress party comes with Arvind Kejriwal in Delhi, since Arvind Kejriwal functions mostly in Delhi, do you think people are going to vote for this combined Congress Arvind Kejriwal combined? Because only a few years ago they were shouting against each other. Mr. Kejriwal shouting from the rooftop against the Congress party. The victorious party would of course be Bharatiya Janata Party. Do you think Arvind Kejriwal would dare to give a few seats to Rahul Gandhi in Delhi? Ask Mr. Pawan Khera. Are they going to have a seat sharing in Delhi? Let
Mr. Khera respond. Mr. Khera, respond to that. I mean, are you willing to bury all past differences, all that has been said about each other, as you've done in Karnataka with the JDS? Rahul Gandhi called it the B team of the BJP not too long ago. Arvind Kejriwal was someone who you saw as a target not too long ago. Are you now willing to set aside all past differences with one single goal, defeat Narendra Modi in 2019? Isn't this what it really is all about?
This is coming from a party which during the Bihar campaign said anybody who votes for the Mahagathbandhan can go to Pakistan, and then BJP joins hands with Nitish Kumar. Coming from a party which in Kashmir said कि बाप बेटी की पार्टी को हराना है. On the counting day, Mr. Sambit Patra was spewing venom against Mufti Sahab's party. But within hours, they join hands in Kashmir. So let's not go down that road. On that road, we'll all meet again. So let's not really talk about that. Coming to contradictions, I mentioned in my opening remarks about contradictions. There are times when contradictions are less important than the issue at hand. And the issue at hand, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Patra, is not Mr. Modi at all. The issue is the people of India who want change, who are desperate for change. Talking about Arvind Kejriwal and this, that and other components of whatever that alliance is, I told you that we are talking right now of the fundamental issues that face this country.
I'm asking you a straight question.
So frivolous as to saying people didn't want to share the stage with Rahul Gandhi.
I'm asking you a straight question. Will you be willing to have seat adjustments with an Arvind Kejriwal, with a Chandrababu Naidu in Andhra Pradesh, your main rival, with a Mamata Banerjee against whom you've just gone to the courts accusing her of rigging in the election? I'm asking you a direct question. You give me a direct answer, Pawan Khera. Is this simply a photo op today or the basis of the 2019 campaign? Straight answer. Don't beat around the bush now.
Photo ops are No, photo ops are a favorite for Mr. Modi, not for us. We mean business. And when we say we mean business, right now we are coming together, finding common ground.
Okay.
Processes take their time. You cannot ask me to define things which should happen 3 months before the election. We are right now talking about the common issues in every state. Every state has this problem. They are facing problems with unemployment, with women's security. So we need to address those issues, find common ground, and then discuss the nuts and bolts of how.
Okay,
I can't respond to how today. I can respond to what, which I've just done.
Okay, before I widen this debate, a quick response then, Mr. Samit Patra. I'm going to ask you also one last time direct question. You seem, as always, smiling like the cat who has licked the cream. As if you've already got your slogan for 2019. वो कहते हैं देश बचाओ, वो कहते हैं मोदी हटाओ, मैं कहता हूं देश बचाओ. It almost seems as if you are supremely confident that bringing this coalition coming together will have no effect on the BJP's fortune. Let's be honest. In Uttar Pradesh, the key state, Mayawati and Akhilesh coming together with the Congress means even by 2014 numbers, they would have got 43 of the 80 seats. You would have got less than half in a state where you got 70, and you're not worried at all?
Rajdeep, as far as you rightly pointed out, stop Modi versus stop India contest. There is a conglomeration which wants to stop Modi, but then the voters conglomeration, the voters are extremely intelligent, and that's why we are smiling as if we have licked the cream, as you say, because we are confident the voters are also conglomerating, they are also ganging up in favor of Bharatiya Janata Party. But having said that, the arithmetical question that you asked me, for instance, you would of course have in the back of the mind a Phulpur or a Gorakhpur where the combined defeated us. Remember, when a by-election takes place where the combined throws up the result, it is only a by-election where you don't select either a chief minister or a prime minister. But when you go into a larger election where the state has to get a chief minister or when the country has to select its prime minister, then of course the intelligent voters would look at Mr. Modi on one side and then they would have a gaze at the dais of Karnataka. इनमें से किसको चुनूं? मुलायम को चुनूं, माया को चुनूं, राहुल को चुनूं या लालू को चुनूं? And then they say, अरे बाबा मोदी को ही चुनना है और किसी को नहीं चुनना है, because they are intelligent at the end of the day.
Okay, so you want to make it presidential Modi versus who? Pinaki Mishra. Let me then take it to the party which is sitting on the fence, the Biju Janata Dal. Your leader chose not to attend today's gathering. Your leader wants to maintain equidistance, we are told, from BJP and the Congress. Odisha is an important state. Mr. Modi is apparently going to spend this weekend in Odisha on the 4th anniversary of his government. Clearly the BJP sees Odisha as an expansion state. Where do you now stand? Will parties like yours finally have to choose between Modi on one side and this coalition on the other?
Two quick answers to that. Number one, there was UPA between 2009 and 14, and now there's the NDA. We've actually in Parliament supported both where national issues are concerned and where national interests are concerned. We've supported both. So in that sense, Rajdeep, we've been actually equidistant. Number two, Prime Minister Modi is spending some time in Odisha. He's actually spending the best part of 2 hours in Odisha. That's it. 2 whole hours. You know, the recent by-election in Bijapur, which the BJD won by 42,000, very tall leaders from the BJP, the local leaders were telling the high command here, their central leadership, that they will win or lose by 2,000 votes, no more, no less. They have lost by 42,000. So I think the Prime Minister is going there to do one public meeting to shore up their
but can you remain equidistant?
Very dampened spirits.
Mr. Mishra, can you remain equidistant today?
Number three.
Can you remain equidistant today?
We've remained equidistant in the 2009 election, in the 2014 elections. We've been equidistant. Mr. Naveen Patnaik's goal and focus is very clear. The goal is the future of Orissa, the success of Orissa. The Orissa story has to succeed. For that, if we have to work with the centre in cooperation, the centre is willing to work with us. We are very happy to work with the centre, whoever is there in power.
So you are not...
But if the centre continues to neglect us, the people of Orissa pay back those central parties.
Who is your enemy, Mr. Mishra?
So
who is your enemy number one?
46%.
Who is your enemy number one? Is it the Congress or is it the BJP?
Look,
today the parties which have come together have made it clear the BJP is their enemy number one.
Congress has just had a Rajdeep, traditionally the Congress has been number 2 in Orissa. The Congress has always had 32-33% vote. They have now slipped a bit because they've had very weak local leadership. They've just had a change of leadership.
Right.
Therefore, I believe that the way they were bleeding, that bleeding has been staunched a bit. I think they will be able to make a comeback. A lot of people who were leaving the Congress going to the BJP will now probably come back to the Congress, or in any case a further exodus will be arrested. So therefore, what will actually happen is that the BJP will lose about 6 to 8 to 10% vote that they had gained in the Panchayat election. Both will now be at roughly 20% each.
Okay, you seem...
and we will be at about 47-48%.
Okay.
So it's really a cakewalk for the BJP.
You say that, Sambit Patra, I know you have a special affection for Odisha. I'll let you respond to that in a moment. But let me go to my other guests also and get a word in, because I want direct answers from you. Monojit Mondal, you are a supporter of the Trinamool Congress. I want a direct answer from you. Mamta Banerjee in the Panchayat elections targeted the Congress, targeted the left, targeted the BJP, to the extent where now all these three parties have ganged up and are going to the court saying the elections were rigged. The same Mamta Banerjee is happily smiling today with Rahul Gandhi on stage and Sonia Gandhi and Sitaram Yechuri. Straight answer, is Mamta Banerjee willing to fight the 2019 elections with the Congress and left?
No, again, I have been maintaining this point for quite some time now, that in case of Bengal, nothing is left of the left, really. Now they are relegated to the third position. And as far as the Congress is concerned, they'll have to take the call. The Congress is still, powerful in some pockets of the North Bengal, but not in many places. Having said that, you talking about the local panchayat elections, I think these issues will not be
in 20 minutes. Professor Mondal, is Mamta Banerjee willing to cede space to the Congress or left? Or does Mamta Banerjee believe she alone runs Bengal? Anything will be decided after elections. Give me a straight answer. Please don't beat around the bush.
As far as my political analysis goes, there is no question of allying with the left, because left has got nothing to do with in Bengal at this point of time, apart from giving interviews to the television channel.
Okay.
That's the point number one. And to be quite fair to the Congress party, I mean the mistake that they committed in Karnataka, they had amended within very short period of time. You have to be quite fair to that. And the next test will be three states, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, where BSP is a factor. They have got at least 4 to 5% of vote. Now the Congress party needs to consolidate both BSP and the Congress together to take on the BJP in these particular 3 states.
Okay, let me go to Jui Singh. Let me go to Jui Singh. I take your point. Those are among my questions. Jui Singh, let's look at Uttar Pradesh.
Yes.
Is this alliance going to really last between Mayawati and Akhilesh Yadav? We are told that Mayawati is still weighing her options. Mayawati has got ED cases against her. She doesn't want to take any risk before 2019. Is this a durable alliance? Is Akhilesh willing to say, I will have Mayawati as my Prime Minister in 2019?
Rajdeep, we've already worked with the alliance, and the voter is actually very intelligent. So the seats of Phulpur and Gorakhpur were not ordinary seats. They were the seats of the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister, where the entire party was campaigning. So let's not trivialize those 2 wins. Secondly, now we are Mayawati and the National President both are already announced this alliance. We are doing it in Kairana. We are already talking about seat sharing. As for the Prime Minister, you asked me a direct question and I'll give you a direct answer. Always, every part of this alliance has maintained that whosoever will get the numbers will become the Prime Minister. Secondly, this alliance is not just limited to Uttar Pradesh. We have set an example, but we are talking to other regional parties also. And I feel that the major issue would be that the federal structure of India has been really damaged by the BJP. We would like to take our regional diversity forward with the national issues. So,
these are all very nice. These are all very nice statements to make in the studio. I know you've done it in Phulpur and you've done it in Gorakhpur and you're now doing it in Kairana, but whether it will sustain for 12 months, we don't know, which is why, Pawan Kheda, let's look at the opposition disunity index. Congress and left oppose Mamta in Bengal. Congress is the main opponent of TRS in Telangana. Congress, Chandrababu Naidu are in fight in Andhra. Congress, Aam Aadmi Party not on the same side in Delhi and Punjab. BSP is still not part of a nationwide alliance. Is the Congress willing then to cede space? Is the Congress willing to tell Mayawati ji, you take 10 seats in the Vidhan Sabha in Rajasthan, you take 10 seats in Madhya Pradesh, Aam Aadmi Party, you take 2 seats in the Lok Sabha or 4 seats out of 7 in Delhi. Are you willing to cede space? Has the Congress today accepted by this photo op that you are not India's party number 1 anymore or even party number 2? You have to share space. Yes or no?
Rajdeep, all components of every alliance knows very well that these parties are strong in some states, whether it's the Congress, whether it's the BJP, whether it's Aam Aadmi, whichever party we are talking about. They're strong in some states, they are weak in some other states. Where they're weak, they'll definitely need support. Now that's something which it's not very tough physics, that's plain mathematics, which everyone understands. And there are times when people cede space. Congress ceded space in Karnataka. Our percentage is high.
You did not cede space till the election results were over.
We knew what we
You did not cede space to the JDS till elections were over. Have you learnt your lesson?
Absolutely. Why
in
not?
a Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, will you have a pre-poll tie-up?
Let me finish.
Will you have a pre-poll tie-up?
There are no lessons. There are no lessons here. Every election teaches you lessons. That's not the issue. The question here is, will BJP contest alone in Bihar, Maharashtra, Northeast? They should also, now I think the same question you should ask Sambit also. And a direct question, as direct as you were with us.
No, I'm afraid you're not giving me a direct answer. I am asking you, are you ready for pre-poll alliances?
Without a single
Are you ready for a pre-poll alliance with Mayawati?
Ask him a direct question also. I am very clear. Where we are weak, we will resort to partnerships. Where we are weak, we will resort to alliances. Where we are strong, we'll figure out what's to be done.
Okay.
As I said, those nuts and bolts come 3 or 4 months before elections.
Okay.
Right now, the
Sambit
question
Patra.
is,
Sambit Patra, the worry.
That's more critical than nuts and bolts.
Okay, Sambit Patra, the worry you should have is even the Shiv Sena in Maharashtra next week in the Lok Sabha elections has decided to contest against you in Palghar. The Shiv Sena, other allies are also slowly weighing their option.
Exactly.
Chandrababu Naidu has already left. Does it not worry you, Sambit Patra? Is there so much of your confidence invested in this one man, Narendra Modi, that whatever the opposition does, it doesn't worry you? Or even your own allies leaving?
See, Rajdeep, as far as Shiv Sena is concerned, with all due respect, we firmly believe that Shiv Sena would be with us in 2019 also. But remember, in 2014 elections, the Shiv Sena and the Bharatiya Janata Party contested apart from each other in the assembly elections. And you saw the result that today, Bharatiya Janata Party has its own chief minister in Maharashtra. Now, coming to the larger perspective, let me be a bit mathematical in the calculations. For any coalition in the center or otherwise to be effective, you need to have a fulcrum. And the fulcrum, which is a fulcrum for a coalition in the center, has to be a national party, not a regional party. Over here, what has happened is, because of the result and thanks to the leadership of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Congress party is a new regional party. It is not a national party today, and we can almost see on the stage also as to how Mr. Rahul Gandhi does not find a central space. Others are jostling to occupy the central space. So in the lack of the fulcrum, I would say this is almost a casualty Congress. This is akin to Congress party dancing in front of its own funeral procession. I mean, gradually in all the states, Congress party would be relegated into a third position, and as the Congress would be moving towards a Congress Mukt Bharat scenario, the Congress people are dancing in front of it, rejoicing in rejection.
Can I ask?
जनाजे के सामने नाच-नाच के खुश हो रहे हैं.
जनाजे के सामने नाचकर खुश हो रहे पवन खेड़ा, you deserve a response, because is Rahul Gandhi that fulcrum? Is Rahul Gandhi that fulcrum? Eventually Sonia Gandhi had to pick up the phone to Deva Gowda. Will the Sharad Pawar accept a Rahul Gandhi? Will a Mamta Banerjee accept the leadership of a Rahul Gandhi? Even a coalition like this surely needs a leader. You had a VP Singh in 89, there was Jaiprakash Narayan and Morarji Desai to some extent in 77, 96 was different. But I ask you again, is Rahul Gandhi the fulcrum for this alliance? Who is the fulcrum?
Rajdeep, before asking this question, you should have just remembered, I'll still remind you, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi is still the chairperson of UPA. So if she picks up the phone to call up Mr. Deve Gowda, I think it's in the rightness of things that she did that. So why do we forget She is the chairperson of the UPA. She is the fulcrum. Congress is the fulcrum for UPA and other partners. There is no doubt about that. For them, individuals may be fulcrums. They don't even, Mr. Modi doesn't even acknowledge Mr. Advani's presence on stages anymore. So I don't understand why should we listen to them and why should we take their definition of fulcrum very seriously.
Okay, let me leave it there.
जो एक शख्स यहाँ तख्त नशीन था, उसको भी अपने खुदा होने पर इतना ही यकीन था.
चलिए, Urdu Shairi time. That's when I say goodbye. Thank you all very much for joining us. We'll see what form this photo op takes. Might take.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.